The Texas bathroom bill is headed to a full Senate vote after more than 13 hours of public testimony, most of it opposed. The Senate's State Affairs Committee voted to advance the Texas Privacy Act. KXAN's Rachel Glazer shows us the unique project a transgender woman is undertaking to show how the bill would impact Texans.
Well, I need to pee.
Everyone has to go, but most keep their bathroom business private.
I'm keeping track of every time I use a public restroom.
This project began on the first day of the legislative session.
Formally, publicly, it's in a spreadsheet.
Posted online, the bathroom tracker includes the date, location, and the reason for the stop.
And then I record whether or not people have a problem with me being in there.
Karina Magyar was born in a male body, but identifies as a woman. She started transitioning 2.5 years ago.
However, with the kids and the talking, and they call me Dad.
Magyar has 2 daughters, ages 5 and 2.
I'm concerned about safety in bathrooms. That's why I follow my children into bathrooms.
The revised version of the Women's Privacy Act approved by a Senate committee no longer includes enhanced penalties for assaults committed in a bathroom or changing room.
I want to know how this makes Texas safer.
Senate Bill 6 is the people that would take advantage.
Over the last 2 months, Magyar recorded 1 questioning look and counted 49 other bathroom breaks with no problems.
It's a lot of touching up makeup and, helping my kids out.
Most of the public restroom visits listed are private businesses. SB 6 applies only to government buildings and public schools and universities. If passed, SB 6 would require Magyar use the men's room at a few of the locations, like city-owned parks. And if that happens, Magyar expects to get more than 1 questioning look. Rachel Glazer, KXAN News.
Senate Bill 6 is expected to pass in the Republican-controlled Senate. 18 senators have spoken out in support of this legislation. 19 are needed to get the bill out of the Senate and over to the House.